year ago, the world faced one of the biggest challenges to ever face humanity.
More than 400 people have been infected with the coronavirus.
26 people have died.
In the breaking pandemic news, the United States just topped 9 million confirmed coronavirus cases.
The average daily death toll from this disease, already rising, might triple between now and mid-January.
Germany, Spain, Italy, all living under tighter restrictions this morning.
The United Arab Emirates government was quick to recognize that mass screening was the key to fight this pandemic, and that's how the drive-through screening center concept was born. As soon as AHS received directions to open a COVID screening center, a multi-speciality team began conducting a thorough research of possible solutions.
In light of the global spread of coronavirus and the urgent need to increase the number of people being checked, the Abu Dhabi Health Services company, SEHA, has introduced a rapid in-vehicle screening mechanism to help reduce the spread of COVID-19 in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. It's fast and accurate, meaning a driver and 3 passengers can be scanned within 10 minutes without leaving the car.
To ensure swift implementation, multiple teams went to work in parallel. This included operations, nursing team, facilities, IT and medical informatics, support services, general services, and marketing. Thanks to the efforts of the team and the support of our leadership, we managed to build the center over 4 days, and what followed after that would become part of the UAE history. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, personally visited the center and announced its opening. The next day, His Highness gave directions to establish 13 centers over 10 days across the nation. We had 2 major challenges. The first one is the limited time, and this was resolved by establishing the necessary teams. The second one was the manpower. To resolve this, we closed non-essential services like dental services and partnered with volunteering organizations to cover our manpower gaps. On the 10th day, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed announced that we have successfully opened 13 drive-through screening centers across the UAE. And a few months later, we opened 5 more centers, thus bringing the total number of centers to 18. This task was achieved thanks to the dedication and commitment of the team, which was composed of 7 sub-teams totaling 250 persons. The centers are currently being operated by 16 physicians, 352 nurses, 91 admin staff, and 612 volunteers. Over time, the center's operational hours continued to expand to meet the community demand. The SEHA drive-through screening model was based on the South Korea model, but with significant improvements. Online pre-screening, 2-step process, with 3 minutes per client, increased capacity per day, contactless, on-site physician, climate controlled. As a result of the continuous improvement, our drive-through model is quicker, more efficient, accessible, safer and convenient for staff and patients, and allows for increased testing capacity. The drive-through model provided easy access to testing and increased testing capacity, which enabled the UAE to conduct mass screening campaigns. This allowed us to identify positive patients in a timely manner, isolate them, provide treatment, and minimize any complications. The drive-through screening centers were a key factor in putting the UAE at the forefront of nations battling the COVID pandemic. Overall, the drive-through screening centers have conducted more than 5 million PCR tests since their launch. We also achieved more than 86% of customer satisfaction. The drive-through screening center model was immediately replicated and adopted by several entities in Abu Dhabi, the UAE, and the region, both for screening and other purposes. Our success in the drive-through screening project quickly put us at the forefront of the COVID pandemic, and we were immediately entrusted with spearheading more projects such as the National Screening Project, the COVID-19 Prime Assessment Centers, and as the world focus shifted to the vaccination, we adopted our drive-through screening center model to provide vaccination. We recently marked the one-year anniversary of opening the first drive-through screening center. And although 1 year has passed, our drive-through model continues to be one of the most efficient, safe, and scalable models developed during the pandemic. And this is something that we at AHS and SEHA are very proud of.